Hello everyone and welcome back to more Trails Through Daybreak. I am BogMod and I know you're in suspense, but I've decided to bear the nightmare.
Alright, let's do it!
Okay, doing it then! Shard swell! The Brindle's all yours!
What the?
I'm also wondering what's up. Oh. Darkness-clad armored demon Grendel. Right, a bit of McBurn.
What is this feeling?
Well, I'd take fighting this thing over our bosses any day of the week.
You're damn right. We're taking you down in the name of Almada!
Oh. Big hit point boost.
Someone needs to relax.
Let's rumble.
Mr. Tro. You must perform some heavy-hitting moves. So if you select defend, man, you always act support during Grendel battles. Okay. Perhaps S-crafts.
Now's your chance to boost me! Full boost! Don't hold back, Dan!
Give up!
Oh, I have no S-breaks. That's what we got.
Do something already.
You're an eyesore!
Take this!
Eat this!
Cypher activate!
We'll take that!
Next 3 turns in a row.
Full boost! Don't hold back, Dan!
Give up!
Do something already.
Take this!
Eat this!
Take this!
Time for some payback! Full boost! Don't hold back, Dan!
Give up!
Take this!
Eat this! Eat this!
What the?
We'll take that! Take this! Time for some payback! Take this!
Eat this!
All the kicks to the face.
Impossible!
Neat. Get a little power up for him.
This is unbelievable! What is he? Ugh.
Van! Are you alright?
I'm fine. Tired as all hell, but I don't feel any pain. Can't believe I just took down a pair of drugged-up mafiosos like they were snot-nosed kids. What a monster.
What was that?
Yeah.
You saw Mare too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
figures. All she spits out is what she's programmed. She's got no sentience. The tech hasn't come far enough to give her any.
I'd be suspicious still then.
But... Was it the Genesis, then?
Can't imagine it was a fluke. So that thing's called a Genesis?
Yes, or that's what my great-grandfather called it in his diaries. It's supposed to be one of 8, called collectively the Octogeneses.
You saying there's
Okay.
8 of these? I'm gonna guess it was behind everything that happened here. Behind Mare showing up, behind me turning into that weird monster, behind spirits popping up down here too.
Then we're of the same mind. The diaries described them as for experimental observation and nothing more.
I wonder if it's maybe not an orbment, but an artifact.
Of course, they elected to omit the finer details. You know, when I accepted this job, I didn't think it'd be from a relative of the one and only Professor Epstein.
Ah, I was right.
Dead on, huh? That thing was made half a century ago, around the time of the Orbital Revolution. It's easy to tell by looking at it just how much precision and skill went into making it. Then you got that it's an orbment capable of doing artifact-level stuff. Even Epstein's 3 disciples couldn't have made something so advanced back then. Knock them out of the running, and you're left with the father of modern tech, Claude Epstein.
Of course, you have to wonder, how did the guy... It's like saying, yes, the first computer is obviously more advanced than our modern computers. Because that's kind of what we're doing here. But it's par for the course in a JRPG.
I'm
I won't
sorry
get too worked up
for
about that.
hiding it from you. I'll tell you everything there is to say. It all started when...
This is maybe not the right
Not
place
now.
for it.
Put it away, quick!
Van, are you all right?
Oh,
Oh, the CID and the
See,
guild.
we were a few minutes too late.
Those two are...
They're from Omada. We finally caught them.
Get lost. This is our territory.
Unbreakable Heart?
Who do you think you're talking to? This isn't a job for civilians.
just what happened here? I can see that you fought them, but beyond that...
We fought, yeah. With how pumped full of drugs they were, it was a miracle we could make it out with our skin intact.
Uh-oh.
As curious as I am about how you emerged victorious, I trust you were able to help your client?
No comment. That's between me and her. Now, I know I owe both sides here a debt, but consider them paid. They might be at the bottom of the chain, but they're still in Almada. You can have one each.
Excuse me.
Who gave you the authority to...
I suppose we do owe him for neutralizing them.
Very well. We shall take them in between us.
There you go.
Maybe if you're
Everyone
lucky
gets to
enough,
share.
they'll even talk.
Sharing is caring.
Now come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, sure. But let me help you walk.
I'm good. I'm good.
This is clearly only the beginning of something much greater.
Yeah, I agree.
Sharpen your skills while you can, Van.
Kincaid, you're a sharp man.
Will do, Renee.
Kincaid.
Alright. I'm gonna drop a little thing here. My last name is Kincaid. So, it's gonna amuse me. This is going to amuse me. Going through this game with him. With that name.
I can't let him keep living like this. Why must you insist on shouldering all of the burden yourself?
Because he's a JRPG protag. And they're notorious for that. "10:05 p.m. That's definitely past her bedtime.
Damn. Guess I'm going without dinner.
Oh,
You even good to be out this late?
Yeah.
I thought students had a curfew.
that's what I was just thinking.
That's kind of you to think of me, but I received permission to be out this late beforehand. Never mind my curfew. Won't you let me see to your arm? Do you have a first aid kit in the office?
I do, but
It looks like it started healing on its own.
I know it wasn't that bad in the first place, but it's still healing way too fast for it to be normal. Wonder if I got that orbment or turning into a monster to thank for this.
He's got a bit more of a toned figure. Now that we see him just that shirt. He's got his fit on.
This all began with those diaries. They were passed down from my great-grandfather to my grandmother, and then down to my mother until her death 4 years ago. As you guessed, my great-grandfather is the famous Professor Epstein. It was known at the time that he had an adopted daughter, but she went missing very suddenly after he passed away. By the sound of it, something compelled her to shy away from the public eye. I don't know what that something was. It wasn't written in the letter she left me. Then after my mother died, my father began to lose himself in his work. And now all alone, I became more and more captivated by the many diaries that were left behind. They weren't filled with complex formulae or specialist knowledge or things like that. Instead, they were about who he was as a person, what he was like, what his philosophies were, what he valued most in life. He wrote about the little things that colored his days, his bonds with his loved ones, his time spent with his disciples. I could see through every word written that he was a kind, warm-hearted man with a good sense of humor. A man I could respect a great deal. I was so happy to have his writings so I could peer into his world, just like my mother and grandmother before me. And before I knew it, those diaries became my most treasured possessions. However, at the end of his final entry, on the very last page, I found a shocking message. It said, "Recover the Oct Genesis before the year 120X, else all we know will come to an end."
That's quite the final message.
Pretty ominous thing to write down.
Yeah.
It could have been a delusion that came to him in the winter of his years, but I began to feel that it was why his diaries had been passed down to me. And as the days wore on, my desire to do something to avert the end he foretold grew stronger and stronger. But I knew I couldn't go public with any of it. Not with my grandmother's disappearance. That led me to enroll at Armus Academy, where I met a very dependable upperclassman.
I bet she's talking about
Her
Ren.
advice took me to the Orbalnet, and that led me to you. I just never thought when I started all of this that these would be the consequences, that someone would die, that you would be put in so much danger.
Well, you managed to get one of them. Even if there are still 7 more out there, you could always call it quits here.
I can't. Not when they're what connect me to my family. Not when I now know they really exist. And not after seeing that final entry. I can't look away from all of that. Here. This 50,000 is everything I was able to gather for this. Please, accept it as compensation for all the help you've given me.
I thought I told you my rate.
Well, you did, but I don't feel that it accounted for that injury you sustained because
I think
of
his
me.
rates include danger.
I intend to find the remaining 7 on my own. I don't want anyone else to get hurt because of my problems. Oh, but I'll be very careful about it. Promise.
Worried about the... Now, Anya's, I just want to point out, you think that these may actually pose a massive threat to the world. Don't just be like, I'll solve it on my own. That's very irresponsible, young lady.
Huh?
My rate's 1,000 mira an hour, excluding other necessary expenses. I'll bump it up a little because of the danger involved, but you rolled up your sleeves more than your average client. You put yourself in danger to help me. Any more than 10,000 would be ripping you off. This is how the world of work is. Good thing you're still in school, because you got a lot to learn.
Maybe, but still,
I agree with him.
I'm sorry. I just feel you've taken on a lot more than you bargained for from start to finish.
Remember his motto, complicated matters only.
To be honest, that whole turning into a monster thing's got my interest piqued. So it wouldn't feel right to ask you for even more Mira with how we're gonna keep this thing going.
What are you...
Unless you decide to give up altogether, I'll pitch in however I can from here on out. In exchange, you can share any info you got on the Genesis, or anything those diaries say. How's that sound?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but are you telling me that even though you know it might be dangerous,
I think you misjudged the kind of work that he does, Anya.
you're going to help me search for the other 7 without taking additional compensation?
No, he did bump up the cost.
Hey, info's good compensation. I ain't taking a single Mira, though.
Oh.
I'm gonna need you to get more used to real combat, too. For your own safety. Can't have you leaving yourself wide open and all that good stuff. And I'm gonna drill it into you until you're up to snuff.
I don't know. This doesn't sound like a fair trade at all. I'm the only one benefiting here.
Anya's, he's laid out what he's hoping to get out of this. Plus, again, you think it's to help save the world.
Well, if you insist, Van, then thank you very much. Having your support means a lot to me.
Yeah, well, I'll be counting on you, too. All right. Now that today's done and dusted, time for my hard-earned reward. I've been waiting for my Andalusia fig and honey tart all day.
Ooh, yeah.
I was gonna scarf it down all by myself, but you pulled your weight today, so let's go half-half.
Thank you. Oh, but I still want to say... It really does bother me just how much I benefit from this arrangement compared to you. I was thinking of a way to even it out and thought, you know, how about I work here part-time?
You want a what?
You seem to be so busy that I can't imagine how you find the time to clean up around here.
I recall our first scene with him was him quite relaxed, having a nice, relaxed nap.
I'm also good at secretarial work, too, so I'm sure I'd be a big help with sorting paperwork and whatever else you need.
You're 16, how can you be good at this?
Just a standard wage is fine. Or even no wage. Unpaid is totally fine.
Ooh, an internship.
I can't do that. Haven't you ever heard of labor laws? And forget that. This whole idea is crazy. How did me hiring you even get into your head?
Well, it's because you won't accept any Mira from me. I understand you have your own way of doing things, but I have my own pride to satisfy, you know. You'll just have to compromise.
All right, I know. I can live with this. I can work with this. Yeah. Flabbergasted, sputtering.
Now, let me just cut this tart into 2 so we can dig in and enjoy. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get the bigger portion. And where do you keep your coffee beans? Oh, there they are.
Wait, how did you find them so... Who said you could make yourself at home this fast?
Also, it's like 11 p.m. Maybe not the time for coffee. I've never been a coffee drinker, but I imagine a big cup of coffee on the caffeine would not be good at this. Ooh! There we go. There she is. There he is. All right, well, I guess we're out of the opening Oh, there's Ren. Yep. Yep. Oh, there's the president, I think. Jaegers. Don't know this guy. Don't know Maid Girl. Vega Films? There's Beast Blade, the Bracers, Kincaid. Yeah, Kincaid. You better not turn out to be a horrible jerk. My name is on the line, buddy. Is that Almada? Oh, Risha. Oh, Walter. Okay. Unexpected hologram is unexpected. Got Sword Girl style. Look, what's she joining our party? All right. Well, I like this though. We got our 2 pro tags set up. He's already got his love interest in, I assume, the girl he has the complicated backstory with, right? She's 16, so we don't have to worry about that. It's a good setup. We got these Genesis devices. We've got the ancient legacy of a grandfather, great grandfather. Yeah, no, it's a good. I like it.
That's how it goes. Rank up. Damn, that's pretty
Sipkin
generous.
vein. Nice. Drops more Sepith.
That's just about perfect.
Springing points.
I'm Agnes Claudel. I still have a
there we go,
lot to
16.
learn, but I promise I'll do whatever I can to keep up.
Recruited. There's his office. We can proceed. Let's keep going.
This here will be the turning point. All units, assume the dual Lancer formation.
Yeah!
Yeah.
We won't be defeated! Shine! Falcons of the Sun! Sir!
Not yet!
Too easy. I've got you.
Oh, flames! Become one with me!
Well, look at that. Guess we lost this one. Huh.
Regimental Commander of the Eisen Shield, Garant Rieger. We are open to accepting your offer for a ceasefire. How does a 7-3 split sound?
Vice Chief of the Warriors of Kruger, Hassan Al-Fayyad. We will accept no less than 6-4. Fail to accept, and the fighting continues.
Very well. 6-4 to us it is. Glory to the Kruger! Glory to Arusha! Yeah!
Child soldier. Well, it wouldn't be a Trails game without some
That
child
works,
soldiers.
I guess. I figured more it was gonna end in a draw. Your counterattack was really good. Just lacking that bit of oomph at the end. If you'd seen my attempt to throw you off balance coming, you'd have had a slew of more strategic options to work with.
You're right.
Deeds are fruits? That's an
Thanks.
interesting little thing written on her outfit.
Think nothing of it. You've got a lot of potential. You just need more practice and to up your stamina. With enough of both, you'll be right on the heels of my other little sister from back in the day in no time.
Do you mean Sylphide?
Oh! Okay. So she's talking about Fee. Interesting.
I'd still like to know more about her.
Oh, the head pats.
That tickles.
I can't help it. I see this hair and I just get the urge to ruffle it. Well, next time we meet off the battlefield, I'll tell you about my old corps. Zephyr's got a whole lot of stories in it to tell.
Awesome. Better make that a promise.
Interesting little aside there. The young flame departs. Festival Council responds to terrorist threat. On a conflict at the southern base of the Ishgal Mountain concludes. Which comes from extends to Langport's new district.
Damn. I just wanted to see if there was anything interesting going on. But all I get is doom and gloom.
Well, it sounded just like business.
Still, the info here's put together real nice and organized. Even if the design's got the admin's tastes all over it. Whole system. Mysterious phenomena. Should have known. Haven't heard a thing about Armada in a while now. They must have pulled out of Edith for the time being. As for Genesis and the Grendel, still coming up empty. Are they being actively deleted? Is this all part of some big cover-up?
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
She's the same as usual, too. Should I call on Marduk? Nah, that'd probably just cause even more headaches for me. Well, it's almost time for my regular checkup, so I may as well put a pin in it. Why do I feel like I'm gonna get an earful this time? Wanna not bang my door in, Humes?
Whoa, you're up already? That's crazy!
Oh, Humes. Look at that little...
Good morning, man. You better be earning an honest living up here. No bringing shame to the goddess or your landlords.
Alright, you know what, Humes? I find you cute so far.
No prizes for guessing who you learned all that from. How about taking after your mother instead? Wouldn't it be nice to become a charming, pretty lady just like her one day?
Yeah, I want to be just like Mommy. Oh, but Agnes is really pretty too.
Come on in. Don't be shy.
Well, if you say so. You said not to come in my uniform, so I wore this. How do I look?
It'll work, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's a fine outfit. Nothing wrong with it.
Kinda too dressy for casual walking around town, but then again, going the plain route with you would just make you stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, she's too rich for that.
Still beats the uniform either way.
That's good.
You're being mean, Van. She looks really pretty, so you should tell her she looks really pretty.
She's 16. We're 24. I think he's doing fine.
Come on, let's ditch this big loser and eat some breakfast. We're serving bacon quiche with pumpkin soup today.
I've never been huge on quiche.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Lead the way.
Well, damn. Those two sure hit it off quick.
Still on the job. First thing could be going on how this all works. Sure, because then I just go around the city helping people out with little problems. See, it's not the usual route, but gets the job done and gets paid. Turn around with me so you can get a visual on all of the above. Okay? So when we first met, all the jobs I take are above board. Crooks, some are damn near legal, but nothing actually illegal. Don't take on anything and everything, of course. I do turn jobs down sometimes. Doing what an average student is comfortable doing are going to be very different. All right, yeah, you know, I'm glad you're laying this all out, making sure she's game. It'll be through personal experience, but I'd say that even for a 16-year-old girl, I know a lot more than the average student about both sides of the coin. Where are you, by the way? 24. I thought you were a little younger than that. How much life experience you seem to have. Clothes, room, and hobbies seem to be a generation ahead of mine, too. Yeah, he's 8 years older. Yeah, to high school. I might be talking Death's Door already. I mean, 24-year-olds in a JRPG, buddy. your teenage years, alright? Might feel like an eternity until you graduate. Second you cross 20, you're walking with your cane like a little culture in no time. So, you're older than me. Talking about? You don't have to worry about me. I'm confident I can handle any task you give me. Alright. Let's do this is districts. First, I'll show you around Old Town, where we are now. Which is the 8th district. Daily work. Both committees memory.
Getting ready for a hard day's work?
That's right. Oh, thank you. A trial period to start with?
All the more reason why you need to support her while she learns. Don't overdo it today, and make sure you're back in time for dinner. I mean that for you too, Agnes. We'll have a piping hot, delicious meal waiting for you. Wouldn't want it to get cold now, would you?
You're not her mom, you know. Aw, hey, you already can't wait. They're just so sweet. Really blessed to have such a wonderful family as landlords. And he's getting on my case, though. Anyway, did you finish your coffee? Got you know what with you, right? I do. Keep it on me at all times to prevent it from being stolen. Yeah, you never know when you might need to turn into a guy. A monster guy. Look out for my new assistant while I'm still giving her the tour, right? Alright.
And speaking of, shall we?
We shall. Then let the workday begin.
In your business, check the notice boards around the city. Alright? Talk to me before you head out too. It's rehearsal in the alley up front. Required event, optional events, sub-events / other. Show menu. Okay. Well, it seems like a good point to take a little breaky break. Thank you for watching, everyone. Do share your thoughts and comments, and I'll get back to you soon for more.